Hi guys, Emma again. Saturday night, big week at work. This is just an update to sort of say, hey look, this is what I've been doing this week and what I've been doing this weekend. I worked all day today, so it's been a bit of a write-off and no short Friday, so we got a little bit done, but there's been mail and stuff come. I've been looking for a while for a set of number drills. Now, in Australia these are pretty hard to find, and people will tell you, oh, you don't need number drills, you just need a set of metric drills, they'll be fine. Now, that's okay, but I work a lot from older magazines and older instruction articles and things like that, and with older thread sizes. And it's nice to be able to look up and say, hey look, that's a such and such number drill, we'll just use that. And I like to work in thousandths of an inch still, so they're pretty useful. So these are an American set that come from a little machine shop in the States, in California. They were pretty much here in next to no time flat, and they got a little fold out or fold up drill case in fairly heavy gauge timber with number sizes and thousandths of an inch and tapping sizes for American threads, which are not particularly helpful to me, but it's there. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of drills from number 60 up to number 1. So that was quite a score, and they all look nice drills. They're only short ones, but that's something I bought for my birthday the other week. The other thing that I've got, and I bought these off eBay, is a set of Bottle Engineer taps. They're only carbon steel, because finding high speed steel ones are almost impossible. They're 40 and 32 threads to an inch, so that'll be helpful when I'm working on Princess Marina and other projects. So I picked up a set of them. They come from LPR tool makers in Victoria. They've all got their little packets. I'd like something in a box, and maybe I'll still make a box for them, but at this point it's not happening. Next thing on the agenda, I managed to pick up a 5 litre bottle of Evapo-rust. I've been meaning to get a bottle of this, and I don't know what it is. I guess it's phosphoric acid and something else and some detergents, etc, etc, etc. It seems to be pretty good stuff. I've been messing around. I've got this piece of bar that I'm going to use for a project in a minute, and have a look here. I just had the end of it in there to clean it up because it was a bit rusty, and that's the result. Nice shiny, a nice grey steel finish, all nice and clean. And that was about probably an hour in, but bear in mind that it has been pretty cold here. So that's another thing that I've picked up this week. That comes free postage from Melbourne. And I need to get in and clean up that bandsaw frame and de-rust the inside, because it's pretty manky in there and there's no real way to get in with a wire brush or anything. So I might just turn it upside down and empty that bottle of stuff in it and see what happens. So that's something else that turned up. Now, for a while I've been asking questions and trying to work out and looking at charts and discussing with friends the right sort of oil for my lathe. I've been using, because it was cheap and it was available at the service station, this stuff which is 2050 weight multigrade, and it's alright. It's fairly thick stuff in the cold weather anyway, and it's, yeah, I just wonder how much work it's doing and how slippery it makes things and whether it's really the thing. But anyway, I picked up a bottle with some of my birthday money. I picked up a bottle of 46 weight hydraulic oil, 5 litre bottle. So I've put some in my oil can. It seems pretty runny. And if we go over here to the lathe, I'll put some in the oilers and a bit around the bedways. Everything seems much smoother than it was, so I'm fairly impressed with that. It might be onto a winner. I've run this for about an hour, off and on, and they're fairly steady for a fair while, and nothing seems to get hot, and it doesn't seem to use any more oil than it did with the thicker oil. But hopefully that's a winner too. I'm sure you've all got ideas about the best sort of oil to use and what the best thickness and weight and temperature and all that sort of stuff is for lathe oil. But that's what I've got, and we'll try that for a bit. I could only get a 5 litre, so we might try it for a little while. So yeah, that's something else that I've done and tried out, and I think I'm going to be fairly pleased with that. It's going to be better than what I had anyway. So back over here at this bench, a few people have sort of been wondering what's happening with my coffee can forge. I did promise some videos about that, but we're still kind of in the experimental stage. I've got everything I need to make it, and we have started here with a base in the bottom of the can, and we've put some legs on it. So I'm not particularly happy with this. One is that I think that the directions that come with the water glass is just a little bit too, not quite saturated enough, so I've got some more coming to mix in with it. And some advice I had about some plaster of Paris in with it to help it go off won't hurt either. So we're going to try that, and hopefully soon we'll probably have some results on this. So that's one job it's coming along, but we want to get it right before we show you the video. So I'm still messing around with that. Now, completely off topic, I've been teaching myself a little bit of sign painting, using one-shot enamel and nice brushes. It's fairly therapeutic, and I'm really enjoying it, and I can kind of letter okay, so it's just a matter of some practice. So I've got some signboards all painted up I've done this week too, all my spare time, and we're going to start drawing out some letters and things to make some signs for a couple of things here too. So I probably won't cover that much, but just a heads up to what I am doing here. Thought someone might be interested. Another thing I've been messing around with is the Princess Marina chassis. I've had it running on air, just blocked up on each end, and it's not really particularly good because the wheels all are sprung and they all sit at different levels. Someone might have discovered that when they're trying to run their engine on air. It's probably alright on an 040 tank engine, but with 6 coupled wheels it gets a bit complicated. So I decided I'd make a rolling road, and looking at ones available and what they look like and everything, they're pretty simple. So I bought some bearings. They were cheap. They're just ordinary skateboard bearings. And I've got some bolts, which are just 6mm socket head bolts. And I've got some aluminium angle line, which is 25mm I think. And what I'm going to do is just cut some short lengths and space 2 holes on them. make a little top hat section bush out of this piece of metal that we've cleaned up here, and put a ball race on it, and bolt them all to a board in the right places so the wheels sit on them, and hopefully that'll be a good start to getting it running on air properly. So next job, I guess, with this is to make some top hat bushes. A bit of production work. I think there's, what's there, 12 of them, and they're pretty straightforward and pretty simple, but I might hack into this bit of stuff, whatever it is, and see how well it machines. Make a few of them. I might even do that tonight. So that pretty well covers all the things that we've started on and been doing, and things that have come in the post this week. There's a few jobs to do as well. I've got a clock that seems to have a train problem, and whether we might have a look at that on the bench or not, I don't know, but I will pull it down in the next couple of days and see if I can sort out what's wrong with it. And that's pretty much an update. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the YouTube content creators and guys out there making videos. It's great to come home when I'm had a big day and sit and watch mindless YouTube and actually learn something. So really appreciate guys like Keith Rucker and Ablom, Rob in South Australia, to name a few. They seem to always have really good content and really good videos, and a bit of an inspiration actually. It's good to watch their stuff. So anyway, that's what I've been up to, and hopefully more soon before the weekend's over. Thanks for watching, guys.